I see a lot of people that don't have a strong sense of who they are, that are looking for something that will help define them and guide them forward. There's a lot of people, I think, that are a bit lost and searching.
What is the meaning of life?
I think the meaning of life is living every day to the fullest.
I don't think I have a definition, and I think that's part of the search for it.
Doing everything you can with every moment you have.
People don't just have a ready, easy, simple answer to it because it's not something that's easily attained.
Sharing your life with people definitely gives it meaning.
Getting to know Jesus and enjoying Him forever is the chief meaning of my life.
Feeling connected with the community, I think, gives people a huge meaning to their lives.
I myself, I tend to believe in evolution and that life has just evolved and that we're just here. So I don't think there is a particular meaning to it.
I think it means different things to different people.
Meaning of life is really just to be content and to be happy in yourself, I suppose, in that sort of sense. You know, to be a good lifestyle, a good healthy body and healthy mind is perfect.
For me, the meaning of life is living each day to the fullest, sharing what I can with people I care for, and giving back.
Jesus Christ is the meaning of life. He's the only reason that I can see why we're here and what our purpose is, and the Bible outlines the way we're supposed to live. So to me, it's very clear.
I'd love to pull out some Monty Python. There's some good thoughts in there.
I've only come across a very few people who know the meaning of life. And usually it's either very, very young children or people who have passed the middle age and have learned that climbing the corporate ladder wasn't worth it.
Some things were not meant to provide actual meaning, most especially any material items here on Earth. I don't think will give us meaning.
I did work for English Social Services for 5 years, and I saw a lot of people that found meaning through getting really high, and, you know, after a 3-day bender on drugs, they were like coming towards the sort of shaman style. That was their meaning, because they reckon they could sense, you know, God or religion or the higher planes that way, because they were off their face. But I don't think that's the best way to find meaning.
I think lots of people look in the wrong places in relationships or other people. They look for that. I would say more that's just a distraction and from finding the meaning of life.
I think a lot of it's based on fear. People are scared of dying, is my opinion, and if they believe that there's a spiritual life after death, it saves them from dying completely, doesn't it? They leave this world to another one, and they like that idea.
Well, I think for most people there's sort of two concepts for the meaning of life, and that's purpose and connections. So I think people are looking for a purpose in their life. They're, you know, some sort of purpose for why they're here. And I think a big part of that is building connections with other people. So unfortunately, I think that gets twisted a lot, and so people will use materialism, status in their job or with money to try and find those connections and that purpose.
I think people seek approval more than meaning. I think people want to, you know, find their place in society.
What is the meaning of life? And there's a bunch of standard answers you can give, such as standard Christian fare. What is the chief end of man? To glorify God and enjoy Him forever. I don't know if there is a singular meaning of life, in that I don't think one person you can extrapolate and say, this is my meaning, this is your meaning.
I would say most people question the meaning of life. Yeah, and are looking for answers.
I'm getting a little existential here, but I think life is so valuable and sacred and specific and unique that each of us have our own meaning. Now, I'm not getting relative here, but there's not one overarching meaning.
Everybody seeks meaning. We're genetically engineered to find a reason for everything.
We each have a relationship with God, or can have a relationship with God. We may choose to not have one. Can have a relationship with God, and He provides our life, our individual specific life, infuses it with meaning. So I think it's kind of a red herring in a way to say that there's one specific overarching platonic meaning, if you will, to life.
I think we are a species, and we've just evolved and we breed and here we are. And so I don't think there's a greater meaning to it.
You might have a strong sense of the meaning of life at one point, and then, at another point when you're challenged with that, you might kind of reflect on that and change your mind.
Infinite.